How's it going, aliens? My name's iALiEN, and today I'm back on another Identify video. Today will be a news video recap of all the news that came to the game in the past few days. There's been a lot of it, so let's get right into the video. Okay, to start off with the news, the first thing that came to the game for the global version is the announcement of 8 versus 2. It's coming out October 4th, so it's not next maintenance, but the maintenance after that. New map, new mode, new experience. So I can't think of the name of the map, but it's the carnival maps coming out along with the 8 versus 2 mode. This is really exciting because a couple days ago there was a video that the official Identity 5 YouTube channel uploaded, and if you translated the Chinese to English, it said that 8 versus 2 was coming very soon, and here we have the official announcement. Now, 8 versus 2 was supposed to come out next week. Oh, this week, the next update, like it did in the Chinese version, because in the Chinese version it came out with black and white, if I remember correctly, or maybe I'm mistaken, but I do know um 8 versus 2 came out a week before the new map came out, because they didn't come out with the new map. But in this version, they're letting the new map come out with 8 versus 2, which is pretty cool, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And something to take note of is it says annual expansion pack, which could mean nothing, but at the same time, annual, of course, means yearly, and then it's an expansion pack. And usually, everything they give to us is just new hunters, new survivors. But this is the first thing. Oh, yeah, and new maps. But this is the first thing that is a new mode. So, does this mean that every year we'll get a new mode like this into the game? Which could be either exciting or disappointing. It's exciting because you get a new mode every year, but it could also be disappointing if you thought it wouldn't take a whole year to make a new game mode. But that's just something to keep note of. Next is in the Chinese version, a buff to Rippers coming out along with the new Hunter perk. I thought it came out last week. I may have been mistaken. It must have been coming out this week. But the new buff to Ripper. I will have all the links in the description. Shout out to Slow Z2 Secret and Exilio Gamers. I watch a lot of his videos, and I don't know if this is his Reddit account. It probably is, but I never realized that until today, to be honest. But here's gameplay. I'm not going to show the whole video because it's his video, but I'm going to just show a little bit. So this is the new perk. Basically what it does, I'm pretty sure you're invisible, like they can't tell you're there at all. And this is the buff to Ripper. You can now throw the foggy blades even when you are not in the fog, which will be really good. You don't have to be in the fog to throw the blades. And this is really good against kiters. And also, the footsteps will now be fog, which is insane. This is an insane buff because one, it helps you track survivors, but also in the fog you go faster as Ripper. So this is an insane buff, to be honest. So yeah, this will definitely, in my opinion, make Ripper S tier. Because it's going to be great against kiters, and that buff to where they leave footsteps, that's just insane. That is actually really good, really cool. Um, thought he showed. I thought he typed in. Oh, okay. Let's go to the video, see if he has it. But that's basically the abilities coming, the buff coming to Ripper, which is really nice for him because he needed a buff, despite what all of my comments and my Hunter tier list said. he did need a buff. He was, in my opinion, I'll stick by it, the worst hunter in the game. He is worse than Gamekeeper in my opinion. Oh, so he didn't describe it. But that is the buff coming to Ripper. And then lastly, the new hunter. The photographer, and his real name is Joseph. He is coming out, I believe, next week as well with the Ripper buff to the Chinese version. And let's just view his skills. I'll have this link in the description as well. Using a camera to take a picture which copies the survivor and the background to create an illusion world / picture world. After the illusion has been broken, it will have a cooldown before you can take a picture again. It doesn't last forever and has a set amount of time before it's broken. To enter it, after you take a picture, simply walk through the display of the picture. Also, what happened inside the illusion will affect the actual game. Joseph can enter the illusion to locate survivors and put them on chairs. Time on the illusion will be stopped, which makes the survivors unable to exit the map, nor can they be sent back to the manor. You can attack survivors stopped in time, put them on a chair, and once they're put in a chair, then they are in a dying state. So then you have to find them in the actual game, and then you have to put them on a chair. Survivors can go into the illusion by finding the fragments of the camera, and they can decode, but are unable to finish the ciphers. It'll be 50% it'll stop at 99%, but it'll only be 50% of your progress. And they also won't gain the buffs. So this way, Joseph, if they're in the illusion, Joseph is not. He can't catch them. He just can't find them. So he will have to go into the illusion to catch them. If two survivors are put to dying state, then they will both become injured instead of downed. Okay. And his passive is his normal attacks deals 1.5 damage. Basically, every survivor takes 2 damage. By having 1.5 damage, this does 2 things. One, for the 8 versus 2 mode, they have 3. Each survivor has 3 health. So then this means instead of needing to hit someone 3 times, you only need to hit them twice. So it's going to be insane in the 8 versus 2 mode. Also in the regular game, what this does is, one, it's a great counter to Mercenary because he has 2 health, but he can survive, but he has like 3 health before he goes down. So now you only need 2 hits to down him instead of 3 to down him. And I think a Terror Shock should down him immediately then. Also, if this is true, if he hits someone with the 1.5 damage, let's say they have 2 health, now they only have 0.5 health left. When someone goes to heal them up, heals only heal someone 1 damage. So they should still have 0.5 damage, and let's say they don't get healed up again. Now they are still 1 hit because they have 2 health. So that means you have to heal someone up twice for them to be actually healed up and not 1 hit by Joseph. Counters Doctor because now she has to heal herself up twice. It counters Mercenary and helps every survivor in the game. It counters Perfumer because her healing array takes forever. So now you have to heal her up twice. That will take forever. So it's just a great passive if that's how they make it work. Because I know in the 8 versus 2 mode, I'm pretty sure healing only heals you up 1 health. So if they make that, if that's how it works in the regular game, this is a really good passive for him. He can freely enter the 2 worlds, and when moving, he will record the past 15 seconds of footprints, and then he can teleport back to it. Now, once again, I'm not going to show the whole video, but I'll show some gameplay of him. So first, this is how he looks really cool. And you can see here, look. Let me go back to it. Okay, so he has the camera. He goes into the illusion. And they got put in the illusion, so now they cannot move. So all he has to do now is hit them twice. And now if you were to go back into the actual game, they would be injured, not downed. So let's see, is he going to go back into the actual game? Yes, he is. So in the you have the two ones, I think that's the illusion below and that's the real game up top. So what happens in the illusion does not transfer over to the top in all cases. But you see they were both down in the illusion, so that means they're only injured in the actual game. So now he can find them in the actual game, hit them once and put them on the chair. Which in my opinion, I am going to stop it. I think that's the best way to use him possibly, because if you hit, it takes so much time to find a rocket chair, but if you just hit them all these times and you down them and you down them in the illusion, they'll all be injured in the actual game. And now if it works, like I think they'll have to heal themselves up twice. So I think that's why they gave them that, because now if they're oh no, because they're worn, they're in the illusion, they just are wounded. But still, now you if you have blink on, that's a free guy out, or you can just get them without blink, and that's a guy out. So I think if you manage to get like a lot of people in it, and you just injure every single one of them, combine that with the panic persona, and all their decoding is slower, along with everyone hurt, I think that's the best way to use it. Unless it's like a rocket chair right by you, then I think that's how he's going to be effective. And this is the little teleport. That's the last 15 seconds of his footprints. And he can go back really quickly, which could be useful. Okay, now let's see if he's gonna. Okay, down him, and now let me show you him putting it on a rocket chair. So now he's going to put him on the rocket chair, and that's his animation. And now in the actual game, he's in a dying state. Now I don't know if he dies. Where does he die at? Does he die in that state? Is he in the place he was in the actual game? Was he in the place where he got photographed at? Is he by the rocket chair? Is it completely random? That means a lot. If it's completely random, then that's really bad. But if there's a way to locate where he is, like where he got the photograph or something, that then will be useful. Okay, so that's basically all for the photographer's gameplay. On top of that, he has a good attack range. He has a good vaulting speed. He has a fast attack recovery speed. And when you combine all of that together with the right persona, with the right traits, he can definitely be at least A tier, if not S tier. He looks very promising. I've seen people on both sides of him. Some people think he'll be overpowered. I don't think he'll be overpowered with how fast survivors decode, but he will also not be weak. He will be strong, and I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, okay, but like I said, he was on both. I've seen people on both sides. Some people think he's overpowered. He won't because of how fast ciphers are decoded. But second, he will not be weak, I don't think, because if you use the right persona, that will make him very strong. And then um he can just injure everyone and then get the rocketers. Get that, and that's how you should use him. So I can see him being strong. He counters a lot of survivors, and I'm very excited. I'm going to buy him as soon as you can. I don't care if he's the worst hunter in the game or the best. I am going to buy him. Um, and there is one last piece of news. I forgot to get the post out, but it's about the new weather system coming to the game. Basically, it's to help stop cipher rushing. Whenever survivors decode too fast, the weather will start coming rain and thunder, and then their decoding speed gets lowered basically. So this is really good for a high tier. For hunters, it makes hunters a lot better and should make it more fair. And on top of that, it also helps survivors like Mercenary and Forward who may have a hard time in the meta because they are slow decoders. But now this is putting, if you decode too fast, you're going to have slow decoding speed anyway. So now it allows you to use slower decoders because there's no benefit to having faster decoders if you're decoding like super fast. Of course, mind's eye mechanic is still going to be great because you want to decode fast, but it's not like you need to cipher rush every second counts. That won't matter anymore because of the new system. So I need to go play. It's already 7:18, so I'm missing rank. Um, but if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you found it helpful, informative in any way, please give it a like. If you want to see more videos like this or anything Identity 5 related, please subscribe to the channel. Hashtag road to 1,000 subscribers. A lot is coming at 1,000 subscribers. I know we can hit it soon. So let's go for it. And that'll be all for the video. Bye.